This is problem 7-65 from section 7.1.4. Daniel sketched the graphs at right for y equals sine of theta and y equals cosine of theta. Unfortunately, he forgot to label the graphs, and now he cannot remember which graph goes with which equation. Explain to Daniel how he can tell and remember which graph y equals sine of theta and which graph is cosine of theta. Okay, so we have two graphs here to the right, and we see they're both doing the same like curve up and down thing, but we need to know which one is which. So if you think back to the streamer, that was their circle. And our riders, we were talking about the height. So if we were talking originally about the height, say this height right here, that was talking about sine of theta. Right, sine of theta was our height. Okay, so if we think about this, so you're the rider, you're getting on the ride right here at 0 degrees. How high off the ground are you? You're not off of the platform at all, so you're 0 off of the platform. So I know my sine of theta starts at 0, 0. So here on our graph, right about there is 0, 0, 0. So I know my graph that is labeled number 2, so sine of theta is graph 2. So if you just think about it, you being on the ride, okay? Now if you're on the ride and we're talking about the horizontal distance from the center pole, if you are just getting on the ride, you are really far away from the center pole, right? You're not going to hit that. You're not going to be directly above it until you're way up here, until you're at 90 degrees. So for cosine, an important point would be cosine of 90 degrees. So the horizontal distance of 90 degrees would be 0. So that would be another point, 90 degrees, 0. So this would be for cosine, another way to check. Go from my graph, when as it hit 90, I see that one is 90 degrees is 0, so I know the first graph would be the cosine graph. So thinking about it as if you're riding on the streamer, sine is my vertical distance. How high off the platform are you when you get on? Nothing. You're 0 feet off the platform. So sine has to go through the point 0, 0.